Welcome to the USA Roundnet State of Roundnet 2024 Year-End Report. In this report, we'll hope to go over initiatives we have for 2025 and reflect back on the progress we made in 2024. Starting off, we'll go over the USA Roundnet strategic vision. It starts with our people, then moves on to our players and fans, and if we do everything right, that will lead to growth. To reiterate, if we focus on engagement amongst our volunteers and tournament directors, our players and our fans will be happy, and that will lead to growth. In this report, specifically, we'll focus on engagement, community organization in our national series, a couple metrics we use to determine if we're moving in the right direction, watchability and innovation, and year-over-year membership growth. 24 was a net loss year for USA Roundnet. We picked up 978 new members, but 1,372 members did not continue their participation in USA Roundnet sanctioned events in 2024. Overall, in the year, we had 2,022 members, with 678 annual members, giving us an annual member percentage of 33.5%. We need to do a continued better job of pushing a value add with having this annual membership, which we will reflect on and continue to do in 2025. There were a few states that had great years, highlighted by Colorado, Minnesota, Utah, and a couple others in 2024. Some of this is due to tournament location selection, and some of it is due to inadequate plans in regards to tournament director resources and spend done by USAR at the national level. This is highlighted by down years in Texas, Florida, Pennsylvania, and Virginia. These are some of our core states, and we will continue to reflect upon the best work that we can do to empower our tournament directors and local organizers to continue to grow these communities. And a few of the initiatives we intend to partake in 2025 will help to continue to grow these states. We're very excited about moving into 2025 is player status, specifically by the fact that we can reflect this at a statewide level. For example, we implemented USAR Pro, Gold, Silver, and Bronze player status in the year 2024, and we continue to push this forward as the gold standard for RoundNet. It is a more definitive way to tier out our players and make sure everybody enjoys and continues to enjoy playing the game, as reflected by playing with people of the appropriate skill level to them. A couple key facts that I'd like to point out are the fact that some states have a higher density of pro players or gold status players compared to other states, as reflected in the map scene. This is definitely interesting as it can be used to determine whether states are very involved in competitive RoundNet or super involved in growing their local community or both. We think that this tool will continue to be a useful tool moving forward, along with the rest of our rankings that we do, and continue to provide a value add for players and hopefully some friendly competition in between states. We will continue to make engagement as high a priority as possible as we move into 2025. We are only as good as our volunteers and tournament directors, and we acknowledge that. Three goals we have for this are: first, consistent, defined roles and projects; second, simplification across the organization; and third, a shared vision and information on fit in our organization distributed to all our volunteers. Right now, USAR is run by its members, who then vote on a board that helps to run the day-to-day operations of USA Roundnet. Right now, we have 4 board positions filled and 1 open board position that we would like to fill as soon as possible. So if there's any interest, feel free to reach out to our email. Additionally, we have an engineering committee, a rules, someone in charge of rules, social media, and video. These folks will continue to help grow RoundNet and provide value add to our members. One thing we're particularly excited about is our national series. This series is meant to bring together communities and give us a chance to establish the USAR brand to folks that haven't yet had the opportunity to play in a USAR tournament. There will be 3 levels to this series, first starting with Sectionals. Sectionals will be 20 community-focused events working to catalog people playing RoundNet that haven't been recorded as playing RoundNet before. We're looking to bring out many local players that maybe don't travel to play in RoundNet events with these Sectionals. Next, we'll talk about regionals. Regionals is meant to bring out both highly competitive players that look to travel, as well as catalog local communities. There will be 6 regionals this year, and locations and dates have already been published. Finally, we will have a nationals that will help determine Team USA eligibility in future international RoundNet events. There are 4 key reasons to plan a USAR event. The first is our community focused spend. If you choose to do so, you can get paid to bring in new players to the sport. Second is low costs. We know that having low costs is a competitive advantage Roundnet has as compared to other sports. Third is rules testing. Have fun and make the sport better at the same time. This is in conjunction with the International Roundnet Federation. Rules will be coming shortly. And fourth is Team USA eligibility. Place top 3 at a regional to be eligible for the Pan American Championship occurring in 2025. Finally, continue to plan a USAR event as we are a nonprofit focused on growing the sport no matter the cost to us. There is a risk with other tournament series that the spend goes away in the future. As we continue to want to grow the sport from a nonprofit perspective, we believe that playing in USAR sanctioned events gives us the opportunity to make sure RoundNet is sustainable in the US. Another initiative we are very excited about are the Community of the Year Awards. These are awards given to communities that show demonstrable growth, engagement, and sustainability in their organizations. Eligibility for both college and non-college clubs is available. Specifically, we look to award both grants and future tournaments to communities that demonstrate growth, engagement, and sustainability. Those communities that do so are the backbone of USAR, and we look to award those organizers and tournament directors. Couple new tools and metrics that we're very excited to be using in 2025. And the first is likelihood to recommend. Likelihood to recommend is simply a post-tournament email asking how likely someone is to recommend coming to a USA Roundnet tournament to a friend. The higher we score on a likelihood to recommend, the better that tournament was organized. This sort of feedback will give us the ability to dynamically change what we prioritize when we organize our tournaments. The reason for that is because Roundnet has a high churn. People are playing tournaments one time and not necessarily coming back. Likelihood to recommend lets us understand which tournaments provide a great player experience and what factors contribute to that great player experience. The other tool slash metric that we are very excited about is tournament dashboards. Tournament directors will be able to get access to their community data and key metrics. This is similar to a sales or engineering funnel. We're currently working with some great software developers in our community to create this. The rationale for that is that TDs need an ability to understand where their community is at. Local organizers and tournament directors can then use this data to help make data-driven decisions to help foster their growth. USAR will also continue to work on watchability, content growth, and making the sport more fun to play. On watchability, USAR will continue to work in conjunction with the IRF to test game variations to help get our product right. The goal driving USAR is a game with less than 10% double faults, thus increasing the number of active points. On content growth, there are 3 key things that we believe are important in 2025. The first is gameplay video. We tested this in 2024. That was those condensed, scoreboarded, and statted series with success that leads us to continue this in 2025. We continue to try to get this out at a faster clip and at a higher quantity. Any videos can be found on YouTube and USA Roundnet. Next, on social media, we will continue to diversify content type as well as communicating all active USAR initiatives on our Instagram and through email. Finally, tournament reports are a new initiative focused on tournament write-ups, highlighting top performing players and teams. This will be key to driving written engagement with the sport and hopefully continue to deepen the funnel that we have already created in terms of watchability. To our 2024 financial overview, here's what went well and what can be improved upon. Specifically, insurance costs decreased year over year as larger participation in fewer tournaments improved our efficiency with this cost. Secondly, membership revenue remained strong year over year to cover worlds and overhead costs. What can be improved upon is the spend at our World Championship. While an investment worth making was worth making to make the trip more affordable for our players, Sending Team USA to the World Championship was a significant cost to the organization, one that will need to be better subsidized through fundraising and/or player contributions in 2026. Of our 2025 financial outlook, the details can be found in the slides separately posted. Specifically, we have three main goals. The first is a community budget of $3,000 to $5,000 to directly target local RoundNet growth. This is marketing spend and awarding tournament directors and local organizers for growing their community. Second, we want to create opportunities for tournament directors to be compensated for running regional tournaments. And third, we want to continue to use dollars to maximize our membership value and create dynamic growth in the sport of RoundNet. We believe we are well set up for this as we have done a great job of watching our finances and making sure we are spending appropriately. Finally, as is the case with most nonprofits, it is not a question of planning, but execution. If we focus on continuing to give our people the opportunity to excel, player and fan experience will be amplified, thus leading to overall growth. We've set a stretch goal of 20% year-over-year membership growth, which is about 400 members, and we believe that this is honestly a pretty light goal. If we do the right things and we do them at the right time, we will see growth in the sport of RoundNet and thus continue to push forward all of our collective visions for the sport. Thank you.